the fuck is up, my bitches? If you're new here, hello, my name is Brittany. I know, I look real good. I have not a lot of time to get ready today, but I'm like, you know what? Let's sit down and chitty chat because did you guys watch? And just like that yesterday, I already told you on Instagram, like, this was your assignment. You had to watch it so we could talk about it because I've been waiting for this shit what feels like forever. So if you guys like chitty chat, get ready with me. So make sure you guys get the thumbs up or thumbs it down. It's cool too. If you're watching the live, if you're watching the playback, or hate watching, I appreciate you guys anyways. I even forgot my drink. This is how little amount of time that I have, and I'm like, look at this hair. You know what? Stay tuned for like TikToks if you want a transformation, because it's gonna happen. Okay, so I see all the britches trickling in the live chat. Happy Friday! Oh my god, I'm so pissed. I forgot my cocktail. Listen, tonight we're going to be celebrating Shannon's 40th birthday. He's going to be 40 tomorrow. So we're having a banger for him tonight. So that's what I'm getting ready for. And I have to be ready by 4:30. So this is probably going to be a quick one. Samantha said, best day ever. Britt and Patty were both live. I know. I'm like living for the fact that Patty's doing more lives. I love them. So yeah, we're just going to get ready for that and chit chat because I feel like the only other person in my real life that actually watches, like, Sex in the City like I do is my sister. Look at even the box. I fucking can't. I want to get into a disclaimer real quick. Like, if you haven't watched it and you don't want spoilers, like, this is obviously not the video to watch because we're gonna talk about it. So let me know, guys. Did y'all watch it yesterday? If you didn't, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Biba palette today. I don't know how much I'll actually tell you guys like I'm using, but if you guys want like info on the products that I'm using today, just leave a comment like after the video posts and I'll just either respond a link or just what product it is. I have no fucking clue on what I'm doing. I'm just like, I need to get ready at like lightning speed. Oh, thank you, Gemma. She said, happy birthday, Shannon. I know, I'm like, I feel like he's excited. He knows about the party tonight, but we're just, like, getting together with a bunch of our friends. We rented out a venue, and then we're just gonna dance our fucking faces off. I am a little bit bummed that my bar is not open yet, because I was really hoping to have it there as, like, one of the first main events, if you will. Not my thing, but I'm here anyways. Okay, so if you guys watched it last night, I really hope you guys did watch it so we could at least chat about it. Because I don't want to go through, like, everything that happened, but so far, like, how are you guys feeling about it? So they launched 2 episodes so far, and I'm just wondering what the consensus is, because I went through, like, the Instagram post on HBO, and it was very mixed reviews as far as, like, people loving it and hating it. I fucking loved it. Because I'm like, first of all, the parasocial relationship that I have with these people, like, I feel like, honestly, if I were to meet any of them in real life, I would immediately call them, like, Carrie, Charlotte, or Miranda. Like, their real names are not their identities in my mind. It's just, I've been watching this show, like, not when it launched. I think I was like young when it first came out, like when the series first dropped, but like I've watched that series more fucking times than I could count. It's ridiculous. So when they started doing movies, both my sister and I were like, okay, it's better as a show than it is a movie, which I still kind of feel that way, even though I also love the movies. Do you think you have to watch the original series for the new one to make sense? I don't really think so. I don't feel like you'll probably feel the same way just because of basically, like I was saying, like the parasocial relationship aspect, especially like with how the series already started. Kiki, you may not want to watch. You may not want to watch today because we're going to spoil some things that happen probably. So there's your like cue. If you haven't watched it yet and you don't like spoilers, you may want to exit for today and come back. So I was not expecting that first episode to go at all the way that it did. Like, there's definitely some aspects I'm like, all right, I feel like it's kind of dragged out a little bit. But then again, it's like, realistically, how do you kind of tiptoe back into such an iconic series the right way, you know? So I'm like, that's where it's so funny how much one older they are. But it's like, they jumped right back into character, I think, so quickly. Like, it didn't really feel like time had passed as far as like, I don't know, they were just able to jump back into their character so easily. And I was just like, wow, it's like they never left. So that aspect of it I loved. I mean, obviously I'm disappointed that Kim Cattrall is not there. Like, there's no Samantha, at least not yet. I was expecting them to say, like, she either died or something, like, basically killed off her character. I do like the fact, and I saw, like, unpopular opinions about that aspect. They're like, they shit on Samantha so soon in it. I'm like, if anything, I think they left it open so if Kim decided to come back, that it would be an easy, like, introduction, because they basically said that Samantha moved to London. And I'm like, okay, that would totally make sense, especially after her, like, battling with cancer throughout the Sex and the City series. So that's where I was initially thinking, because Kim Cattrall has been very, she's been very vocal about not wanting to continue the series, partially because she didn't agree with how they were going to, like, basically kill off Samantha's character. And she just basically didn't agree with it at all. So the fact that they didn't kill her off, I was like, oh, okay, like, still leaves room for her to come back if she decides to. Let's see, disappointed, and I don't think it's going to get better. Carrie needs to get over the closed shoes thing. I hear Aiden is coming back, and I think Miranda is going to hook up with a professor. This is where it's so funny. I expected, because, okay, the first, like, big shocker of the series is the fact that Big dies. So, sorry if I just ruined it for you, but it's like episode 1, boom, and that's how the fucking, like, first episode ends. Like, if you were in my household last night, how loud I yelled, shut the fuck up! I was just like, how did they kill him off so quick? But I also think that, I think his name's Chris Noth or Chris North. I can't remember his exact name. I'm pretty positive that he did not want to continue on with the Sex and the City series. Like, I remember watching something that he was like, this needs to be over. Like, it needs to be done. It was a long time ago, so maybe that's why they decided to kill off his character. But I'm like, damn, what a setup for either, like, because a part of me is like, okay, is it going to continue with, like, Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte? Or I thought there was, like, potential for basically, like, the kids to take over, like Brady, Rose, Lily, which I hope that doesn't happen, because no. But we already got Brady, like, basically fucking how everybody else used to. So I'm like, that could possibly be a transition. Like, we're starting to see newer characters, which I wish they would kind of elaborate a little bit more, but I have a feeling it's probably going to get there. Like, who these people actually are. Like, there's a friend of Charlotte's, I think, that it was just like, okay, where did this person come from? But then again, it's not that deep. Oh, let's see. I know, Kimberly's like, no! Yeah, so back to the whole, like, killing off Big's character. If you could see how much I cried last night, it was fucking ridiculous. Like, first episode in, I didn't cry. Second episode, though, was basically, like, the funeral and shit like that. In, like, true Carrie fashion. Like, she was obviously, like, not emotional at all. Like, basically stone. But I feel like anybody going through that would probably... I feel like she basically played the role fairly well, because I feel like there would be a period of, like, disbelief, and the only thing that I could think of, like, the entire time that I'm watching it is, I would be a fucking wreck. Like, that's, like, my worst fear, is me not dying before Shannon does. I just would not want to experience, like, life without him, so it's, like, watching shit like that, and especially for characters that both him and I are so, like, attached to, like, even he started crying, because I was crying. So we had that thing happen. And then Carrie's like doing a podcast, which I think now that she's like single again, the podcast aspect could be really interesting. She was in shock. Yes, and that's where I'm like, I could totally understand. Like, in one breath you think that, like, you're gonna be super emotional, but yeah, I think just like I don't know, like the whole aspect of it, I was like, wow, I could relate so hard to this, because I think I would probably be the same way. Like, in my mind, I would be a fucking disaster, but then in reality, I think I would be exactly like that, just like stone for a hot fucking minute. Oh, let's see. I keep thinking about the actor playing Stanford in the I know, because if you guys didn't know, the actor that plays Stanford, I can't remember what his like real name is. I will forever know him as Stanford Blatch, but he passed away in real life. I don't know how far into the series that they got, but even seeing like him and Anthony have like their differences and stuff, I'm so curious to see like how they handle that whole situation, like as far as the show goes, just because obviously you know in real life what happened. So I think it's ultimately going to get very interesting to see how they navigate the show. But like I said, I like the different aspects of the show that they're bringing into it that are, a lot of the things are the same, but then there's also some things that are different. Like Miranda's back in school again. So that's where I'm like, oh my God, you guys were saying earlier, if she were to hook up with the professor, that would be fucking crazy. Let's see. Just got here. What are we talking about? We're talking about the show and Just Like That. It's the new, like, basically new Sex in the City. It's like the second part to Sex in the City, if you will. But, oh my God, the part that made me cry the hardest was, I thought the flowers, because Carrie was like, I said no flowers. And it ended up being flowers from Samantha, and I thought it was from Aiden. So that was where I'm like, as soon as she's like, oh, they were sent over, like, we tried saying no, like, as soon as they got here. Because the way that they're playing it off is they basically haven't spoken to Samantha after, like, Samantha basically moved after Carrie fired her from being her publicist, and that they've tried reaching out to her and she just hasn't responded. That's basically how they, like, left it as, like, what happened with Samantha. But it's, like, a part of that aspect was really sad because it's, like, it's such an iconic, like, group of four that it's like, oh my God. Oh my God, I was crying my face off last night. I couldn't handle it as soon as I realized that was going to happen. I was like, oh my God. And then, like, what really got me in my feels was, because me and Shannon watched it together, because he loves the show just as much as I do. Probably not as much, but you get it. When basically Carrie went to this recital, and she didn't want to go, but Charlotte kind of pressured her into going because it was Lily's, like, piano lesson, or not lesson, piano exhibit, or whatever you want to call it. So they were supposed to, like, her and Big were supposed to go, like, to the Hamptons and shit, and that's when Big actually ends up passing. And Charlotte is so emotional, which in true Charlotte fashion, because of course she feels bad. But I'm like, that's some shit that Shannon would do. Like, if he was gonna go, he would wait until I got home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've seen this happen in real life. It's like when people are on their deathbed, like, they'll purposely wait, or they'll hold on until either they see that person for the last time or something like that. Like, that's literally, like, I've seen it with my own eyes happen. Like, it's just wild how shit like that happens, and it's like he waited for her, and it was just really sad. So that got me in my feels, because I'm like, that's exactly what Shannon would do. He would almost, like, either wait for me to come back, or he would wait for me to, like, be with somebody. That way I wasn't by myself, sort of a thing. Does that make sense? So it's like that initially got me all sorts of in my feels. Dawn the shade, and just like that, Peloton sales plummeted. Don't you wonder if, like, especially with filming a scene like that, do you ever wonder if they almost have to, like, basically, like, the producers have to run that by Peloton to be like, hey, just so you know, like, this is the scene, could possibly affect sales? I saw Peloton had a response in People's article. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. What? Damn. What was their response? I didn't see that. That's kind of hilarious because it's like realistically, like, oh my god, that is crazy. Because you know damn well there are people out there like, well, I'm not gonna ever buy a Peloton again because look what it did to Big. But yeah, second episode in, I think like the funeral aspect was a little bit dragged out. Like just some of the scenes specifically, I think could have been moved a little bit quicker. But already I'm just like, no, I know that I'm gonna fucking love this series. I just hope it continues, like, because it started off strong. It's like, damn, like, you know how I say with Netflix, I'm like, the episodes progress so quickly. I feel like that's what happened with this. Like the first episode, I'm like, oh damn, Big's already gone. Whoa. That's so quick. But what do you guys think about it so far? I'm curious. Do you guys love the show like as much as I do? I'm just glad too I wasn't the only one crying my face off, because I was like, okay, Brittany, this could be like problematic. Like, calm the fuck down. And now Shannon's calling me. What the fuck? He's probably like, what are you doing? Because he told me, he's like, we need to be ready and gone by 4:30. So I don't even know if I'm going to do like this whole look live. I just basically wanted to chat about the show in general because I love it. My friend shouted to her husband, we're never getting a Peloton. Oh my god. So what was the consensus though? Like, what do you guys think? Tell me. Don't leave me hanging chatting by myself, because I really don't have much else to say about it. I feel like I covered pretty much everything. But yeah, I think it's going to get very sad, very emotional, especially once the whole Stanford situation gets put out there, I guess you could say. But I'm also curious to see how far into filming they were able to get before he actually passed, because I think he passed fairly suddenly. Oh, let's see. Absolutely not. I'm just here for the looks. We'll see how it comes out today. I was kind of nervous to do my makeup live because obviously, like, I don't think my looks come out as good when I do them live versus when I'm just like sitting in my own element, just really paying attention, you know? Sometimes when I do makeup and talk at the same time, certain things get left undone. I miss Samantha, but I enjoyed it. I do think that it's definitely not as entertaining without Samantha, because she was, like, pretty much, in my opinion, the biggest part of the entertainment factor, especially with, like, her crazy sex stories, like... But obviously, it wouldn't be, like, what it used to be, I don't think, just because, like, she is definitely older, because I think she would be in her 60s probably now, because she was, I'm pretty sure, the oldest of all of them. So it's not like she's gonna be, like, her normal self. At least I don't think, but maybe. I don't know. I would be curious to see what would happen with her character, but like I said, I'm just really surprised that they didn't kill off her character. I was excited about that. Let's see. I love this contouring, that Charlotte Tilbury look. Is it the same you used the other day? I use the Charlotte Tilbury one the most, I think, but I also use, like, Westman Atelier. I also use M Cosmetics as well, and the KVD Beauty Liquid Gel Contour, which is, I think, a very similar product to this one, but I do prefer the Charlotte Tilbury a little bit more because of the packaging and just, like, the ease of use of it. And also the finish, I think, is a little bit prettier. My face is so fucking red today. I think it's, like, I literally just shaved my face because I had no time to nair it because I procrastinate like a motherfucker. Yeah, like, look at how... look how red my cheek is right now. My face is not ever usually this red. But I just shaved, like, basically from my eyes down. I feel like Samantha would have great commentary about... Yeah! Yes. And then another one of my favorite parts, I forget what her name is in real life, but basically like the character of Che Diaz, I think is going to be a great almost like fill-in character for Samantha, because she's got that like raunchy sort of a vibe. So it's like you're still getting that sex aspect, which I think we all love. Hello, old people are entertaining and complicated too, for real. For fucking real. That's right. I'm excited. I'm excited to see everybody back. I'm also excited to see like a majority of the original characters, because I hate when they try to do like the original characters but not the same person, because it doesn't translate the same. Like, I love the fact that it's like all the original cast, or at least a majority. I think it was the Westman you used, the Last Live, the Charlotte Tilbury looks subtle but chef's kiss. The Westman Atelier one is definitely more cool toned than the Charlotte Tilbury. I think the Charlotte is like a perfect neutral for me. And then the foundation I'm wearing is Gucci Baby because it's Shannon's favorite. Shannon gets his favorite for his birthday. I love that. Old people are entertaining and complicated too. Just in different ways. But yes, I do totally agree with that. So what other shows are you guys watching? Because, I mean, I know this was like a super random video, but I wanted to talk about it. Or like, were you guys surprised, or was like the episode everything that you expected it to be? I'm putting on my Jack Black lip balm because my lips are crusty AF. Oh, let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. What else do we got to chat about? I mean, Shannon's birthday. I'm excited. I'm excited to dance my fucking face off tonight. That's always exciting for me because I love dancing. I just love, because we have a DJ tonight. I love bands and I love live music, but I love DJs even more. It's just like they can just get people hyped on another level. Like, are you guys more favorable towards bands or DJs? I'm curious. Looking for feedback and also doing research as well, because I'll have live bands at my bar too, but I feel like majority of people do like DJs, especially if it's different ones all the time. Let's see. Kim doesn't like Sarah Jessica Parker, so I'm not surprised she wasn't in it. Yeah, she's been vocal about one. I don't know if it's like a personal thing or if it's a producer sort of a thing, because isn't Sarah Jessica Parker one of the producers? I remember seeing her comment about the fact that all of the other girls, except for Sarah or Carrie, they all had to show their tits. She was the only one that didn't in the entire series. Which, if you go back and watch Sex and the City, that is accurate. Like, you never saw Sarah Jessica Parker show her boobs like the other three did. So I think that was one thing that she didn't like. And then, I remember it being about her character as well. So I'm sure she had several different reasonings. Okay, you guys are saying, I love DJs. Okay, Willie Garza, that's his name, died of cancer in September at his LA home. He already completed his work. Oh, on the revival per Wikipedia. So they'll probably do something for him second series. That's going to be so sad, just because his character it's so iconic. But yeah, isn't it sad, like, just watching, knowing that happened, though, like, watching the series air and everything, it's very bittersweet. But again, it's just like fucking parasocial relationships, man. Oh my god, I haven't worn this Gucci foundation in a minute, and I'm just like, this is why I love it so much. It looks so good. So tell me, you guys are saying you love DJs. Why? Why do you guys love DJs more? I'm going to use the Scott Barnes, the sculpting palette, because in my last video that I used this, you guys were commenting on how something amazing was happening. And it was because of this palette. Oh, let's see. I like that sponge. Who is it from? It's from Beauty Blender. I put this in recommendations, like Sephora recommendations all the time, because it's like a blender puff. It's like, think something like the Tati Beauty Blendful, except better. That's at least in my opinion. What shades did I use last time? I think I used Frame. It had to have been Frame and Sculpt, because I did the two shades right next to each other, and I dipped in there like very, very, very lightly. Some bands suck. I totally agree with that. I've seen some bands that I'm like what? Let's see. He had an adopted son, and he and Kristen bonded over adopting. Oh, that's so sweet. It's so funny, though. I'm like, I don't know, I just think they all did such a good job because it's like, oh my god, they look the exact same, but obviously it's like, it's because they're the same people. Hello, Brittany. But, I don't know, I was just so happy at how easily everybody just adapted back. I don't know, I guess you would think after such a long time that there would be almost like the flow would be gone or something would just be different. I don't know. I guess I just expected to be really disappointed, and I was happy that I wasn't. Oh, let's see. DJ's play of Rain of Music. See, that's where, or Range, I said Rain. I've come across some bands, like, especially, I shared my friend's band. It's called Between Covers. I shared them on my Insta story. They were probably the most universal band that I've probably seen myself live. They did like this whole set, and they had a couple other people come on stage with them, which I thought was really cool because it was almost like a community moment because these people are all local. So they had like, oh my god, they were playing like 90s hip hop, and they're a band. So I'm like, whoa, it translated so differently. They were playing like Blink 182. They played, there was one song, it was like so different. Limp Bizkit. I'm just like, it was so crazy, just the wide range of music that they had. If you come to Britches, you'll probably see them play. Last time I was in Vegas, it was for my 30th, and we saw Calvin Harris. The music was just so fun and freeing to dance, and it was seriously the best night ever. Tequila didn't hurt either. Does it ever? Unless it's the next day, then tequila does hurt. I think bands are more chill, hangout moments, and DJs more variety and dance in different genres. Yeah, I could totally see that. So there's pros and cons to probably both, but I think that there's probably more cons to probably bands because it's like, if you don't like the niche that they're playing, or if they don't play a variety. Oh my god, another one of my favorite bands is, they dress up like geeks, and they're local. I don't know if they're from Auburn or where exactly they're from. But the band name is called The Dean's List. If you're in my area and you see them playing, you have to go check them out because they were just so entertaining. Another wide variety of music as well. Again, you'll see them at Britches if you guys ever come. But, yeah, they just dress up like geeks, and they're all kind of older. And it's just like, it's one of those bands that it's like, if you're really stereotypical, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? And then they start playing, and then you hear like the different types of music. You're like, oh my god, this is so good. And they're just like really interactive with their audience. I think that's one thing that I don't love about bands is not all bands are interactive with an audience like in a good way. I've seen some bands where it's like you could tell that there's totally like a facade, or they're very arrogant and full of themselves, and it just translates that way. Let's see. Brianna said, what type of music will your bar play, or a variety? It will definitely be a variety. Like, I'm keeping all of, like, the decor, if you will, at... I say a minimum. Like, there's still decorations, but I'm trying to keep it like a chameleon. Like, basically, I have the ability to change it day to day however the fuck I feel like it. Like, if I want it to be, like, a rock night, if I want it to be fucking emo music another night, if I want it to be 70s, and then if I just want it to be whatever the fuck I feel like it for that day. Because I feel like people will probably get the idea that it's a club just because it's literally called Britches Dance Bar. So I think initially some people might be turned off to think like, oh, like, that's not a place for me. But then it's like, if you throw, like, a fucking 70s, 60s night in there, or, like, one thing I can't wait to do is, like, 90s country, because there's nothing better than 90s country. Fight me. At least for the genre. But, Rose asked, it's a little late, but what's on your eyes? I'm wearing Biba and also the Tucana shade from Divina. This one right here. So pretty. Because I think I'm going to wear an orange tank top, and I'm like, this goes really nicely. And I just showed it on my Instagram. Hold on. Don't judge my background, okay? I just got this package from Kaleidos, and look, it's got the new highlighter in there. So I think I'm gonna do a TikTok, depending on like how long I take to do my makeup. I might wear that tonight because I'm like, it looks so pretty, but I'm like, this jawline is problematic right now. Like, I gotta do something because it's like super light, too dark. We gotta fix that. This is like what I'm saying. Like when I do my makeup live, it doesn't always come out the best. But it's fine. We just go over it a little bit. Probably put some powder on there as well. I'm just trying to mask that double chin that I got going on. Like, your girl really fucking should get a Peloton, but maybe not after last night's episodes. Oh my god, I can't. All right, I want something like orangey toned, I think, for blush. I think I'm going to wear like the Pat McGrath, not this one. I think I'm going to wear this other one, the newer one. Guys, can you wait until we have new makeup releases? Do I want to wear this one? Hold on. Let me pull out this one again. I might mix these two shades. That sounds like a plan. Let's do that. No, you know what? Let's do Scott Barnes. Because I feel like I'll pull in Mango Fizz. Because this is almost the color of my tank top. So I'm going to probably mix Mango Fizz, maybe Sweet Cheeks, or Rose. I don't know. Rose. I don't know. Let's just mix them. What the hell was I just saying? 90s R&B, actually. Yes, valid. But achy breaky line dancing. Oh my god. The place, okay, so it was a bar before I had purchased it. I'm gonna mix Mango Fizz, Sweet Cheeks, and Rosé. That's what's gonna go on the face today. So my location has been a bar since I think the 60s. So the last bar, which was the most recent, was called Whiskey Boots. And they did line dancing like every Wednesday, I think it was. I'm thinking about bringing that back because I'm like, that's just so fun and different. But I'm like, would people be here for that? I don't know. But yeah, 90s R&B, yes. Put me down for that because that'll be very much on the list of music for tonight. 90s R&B, rock, pop, hip hop, then country. But guys, 90s country is so good. 90s pop is where it's at, literally. Literally, Davina New Fairy Fire is so badass. I am supposed to be getting that collection, but I haven't gotten it yet. They were supposed to send it to me. But I'm like, okay, if I get it, cool. If I don't, also cool. I'll end up picking it up later on if I don't get it. But I think it was being sent out this week. So if and when I get them, I'm starting to get a reflection. You see that? The sun's starting to come through my window. Let's see. Mix up country and other line dancing would be so fun. Yes! When you're drinking, line dancing it is it. Yes! See, that's what I'm thinking too. That's where I was like, I think it would be so fun to bring it back. Because it did seem to be very popular. Like when the last place did it. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like different ways to entertain people at like the random hours. Because obviously like late at night, people are just living their best and they just want to dance their faces off. But it's more of the not late times is where I'm trying to be really creative as far as like what I decide to offer and stuff like that. I'm just using Makeup Geek eyeshadows for my eyebrows today because I think it'll be a little bit faster. I'm seriously considering like shaving off half of my eyebrow ever since Michaela said that that's what Makeup by Mario did, because I'm like, wow, it makes so much sense because she's able to do like the lift off the end instead of dragging it down. So if I shave off my brow, don't be surprised. Because I'm like, oh, if Mario, or Mario, I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. If Mario says it, then yes. Because he is a makeup king. So good. What's everybody doing this weekend? Happy Friday. Anything fun and exciting? Anybody getting turned up tonight like I am? Shannon's about to be a mess tonight. Holy Toledo. Because we're basically doing a joint party. It's him and one of his best friends since they were kids. We're doing a joint party for both of them. And it's going to be really, really fun. And then just having the DJ and all of us. Yes. Listen, I'm not going to shave off my whole eyebrow. Kiki's like, no, don't do it. It's only going to be like the tail. And I only am considering it because it makes a lot of sense. Like as far as like, first of all, the tail is always my least favorite part to do because I do feel like it drags down my eye. And then, like, the towels are different on both sides. Turn down for what? Yes, get it. No, I won't completely shave them off. No fucking way. I've worked way too hard at getting them back to, like, the thickness that I have them at. It would just be basically from, like, the arch down. Christmas party at my in-laws tomorrow and seeing Santa on Sunday with the kids at a brewery, then baking cookies and decorating my mom. Yes, I love that. I'm, like, so far behind in... I've got a majority of my Christmas shopping done. Like, are you guys done Christmas shopping yet? I've gotten most of it finished, but I've got nothing wrapped. I'm like, I really hope the kids aren't snooping because they're about to ruin their whole fucking Christmas because everything's just chilling. Like, that's very much where I'm at now. I'm like, if you want to ruin your own Christmas, that's on you. I can't, like, because there's really nowhere to hide things anymore because our house is in pretty much shambles. The construction never ends. And then just the lack of time that I feel like I have lately. Like, I keep saying this, like, I started this project at the bar and I totally underestimated, like, how long it would take me because I'm the only one that's doing it right now. Because I have to work on scaffolding, and it makes me nervous to work on scaffolding with more than just myself. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to do this. But I think I'm at like 20 plus hours. It's just taking a long time. And then just having all the other shit going on in my life that I need to get done, like wedding videos. I'm trying to do makeup videos. Like, I know I'm not doing as many uploads as a lot of other creators right now, but I don't think you guys will probably mind because there's so much content right now. Like, I can't even keep up. It's like madness. Because I remember back in the day, like, not as many channels really did Vlogmas like they do now. Like, I feel like before it was such like a select few channels that would actually like take the time to do it. But the other thing I think for me is, like, I know, like, when I did it last year, because I was so unprepared, like, queen of being unprepared goes to me. I felt like it was just a lot of, like, filler sort of content. Like, that's the only downfall, I think, with Vlogmas is sometimes it's filmed, like, way further in advance than what people probably would like. So then it's like, really? Is this, like, valuable content? That's, I guess, what I struggled with was if I took the time to pre-film, I don't think you guys would fucking care about it. So that was mainly the reason why I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing this time. Oh, let's see. I'm on lunch and getting some Brit time. Yes! I hope you're having a great day at work. I don't get the point of snooping. Why ruin the surprise? That's very much where I'm at. I'm like, okay, is it bad of me to not care? Like, it's so different now, right? Like, if you've got kids, comparing it to when I was a kid, like, yes, I snooped, but my parents were really good at hiding stuff. But, like, even if I had found stuff, like, I still wouldn't look through what it is, just because it's like you're ruining your own damn surprise, right? Because this was, like, obviously when I was older. But, yeah, like, it's just so different. Like, we get up before they do, usually. It's so fucking different, right? Are you guys in the same situation, like, as far as, like, do your kids get excited about Christmas anymore? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like the excitement is just kind of, like, gone. And it's sad, because Christmas is so fun. My favorite thing about Christmas is, like, giving gifts to people. And when the excitement's not there, I'm just like, oh. Oh, let's see. Almost done with yours. Yes. What's on my Christmas list? I don't really have one, honestly. Like, just because I'm one of those people that if I want something, I just end up buying it. Like, I feel bad for all the people that, like, always ask me, like, what do you want for Christmas? Because I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I buy everything I want when I want it. So, I guess the main thing on my Christmas list would be, like, for my bar to open. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, like, until probably January. So, I mean, that's where I'm like, if I had to pick one thing, it would be to have everything, like, ready to go. Or, like, if I get all of the equipment that I'm waiting for. Like, I finally got all of my TVs the other day. It's very much, like, bar related now. Just because, one, I feel like I've been waiting so long for this building to be ready and be ready to open. But ultimately, like, I'm still so unprepared. So I really need to get, like, my shit together. What's on your guys' Christmas lists? Let's see, I had my kids' presents in the old dryer in the garage. Ah! And if they find it, if they deserve to find it. I love that. The things I want, money really can't buy. I feel the same way. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, if I were to really think about it, I'm sure I could think of something. But, yeah, I really don't have anything. Oh, let's see. I took my boyfriend's kids to pick out their own presents at Universal City Walk, downtown Disney. They'd never been either. It was super fun. See, that's where even now, just because, like, I keep saying, like, it's so different now. Like, I'm even considering, like, entertaining the idea of, like, going on vacation for holidays now. Because even when, like, travel was a thing, Shannon and I, like, we don't get presents for each other anymore. It's just like, let's just go on a vacation. So, I think we're kind of thinking about doing Disney again next year, depending on how shit, I guess, works out. But that's where I'm like, maybe we'll do that. I don't fucking know. I need to blend out this under eye just a hair bit more. Where's my... I'm going to use this brush, the 12. Refer 12. What do you think Shannon bought you? Favorite Christmas or least gift in general? Shannon didn't buy me a damn thing, just because, like I said, we don't buy gifts for each other anymore, just because there's no fucking point. We just buy things when we want them together. But, like, we started doing a lot of, like, four-wheeling, and we bought a new side-by-side. So I think one thing that we might entertain doing is, like, investing in, like, a new sound system for it, because it's like, ridiculously huge. It's one of those side-by-sides that, like, sits on huge-ass tires. Like, it's literally ridiculous. It's like a fucking monster truck on a side-by-side. So that's one thing, like, I could see us, like, investing in that a little bit more. That's more of, like, what we do, though. My favorite gift? Oh, shit. I don't know. It's always, like, sentimental shit, like pictures, or, like, if something was made or something like that. I mean, there's makeup products that I hold very sentimental to me, because it was, like, I couldn't really buy makeup like I do now, so it was, like, for the fact that it was, like, a gift, it meant a lot, because people could see, like, that was what my passion was. But, another one of my favorite gifts, I think, was from my mother-in-law. She gifted me, like, studio lights for basically, like, my YouTube channel. She's gifted me, like, a necklace, just like a daughter-in-law sort of a necklace that was really special. Yeah, it's like things like that. It's more of the gifts that are, like, really thoughtful versus the gifts that are just like, oh, I said I wanted this. You know? That's at least what I look forward to. But yeah, I don't really even ask for stuff anymore, just because I'm like, I just want to give people stuff. It's the Natasha Denona Biba and a little hint of Davina on the lids. Oh my god, I'm burning. I just, like, saw the wick flickering. I'm burning that new House of Sillage, the Wonder Woman candle. It smells so fucking good. It smells like a candle version, like, exactly of that perfume, and the perfume smells so nice. I just had to touch on that. I just saw, like, the reflection in my mirror, and it's glorious. Vacation would be fire. Yeah, like, even right now, like, we're supposed to be in Vegas right now. That's what we were going to do initially for Shannon's birthday, was go to Vegas. Same thing for my 30th, and COVID just shit on all of our plans for that, because we're just those people, it's like, if I have to go there and be restricted and wear a mask and this and that, like, I'm not spending thousands and thousands of dollars to not live my best life exactly the way that I fucking want. I've mentioned that in videos previously, but so that's why we decided to just stay local, and then when we can go on vacation, we're going to go somewhere probably more tropical, and hopefully when mask mandates and all that bullshit is either lifted or not as, like, enforced, I guess you could say, because it's, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. I wanted a Nintendo Switch so I could play with my son and play Pokemon, don't judge. Listen, I was going through my basement yesterday. I found all of my original Pokemon cards, and I almost shat myself, because my cousin gifted me a lot when I was younger, and, like, I used to collect Pokemon, but I never really understood, like, the point. So I'm like, as far as, like, trading and stuff, like, I just collected them because I'm like, oh, these are, like, the cool thing. Whereas my cousin is way more into it. Like, I think what I was most interested in was, like, Pokemon Snap. That was my shit back in the day. I used to love that game. But now, like, I sent her a bunch of them. She's like, Britt, those could be worth some money. Because I've just had them in, like, my little Pokemon book forever. Like, they're probably in, like, fucking mint condition. I got, like, the holographic ones and everything. Zach, you're gonna give me a fucking complex. If I ever become too full of myself, it's Zach's fault. Okay? He stays complimenting me, okay? I appreciate it, though, because I'm over here like, I look like hot garbage. What time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock, so I'm going to have to wrap this up for today, I think. But let's put on some lashes. I'm going to use the Vive half lashes today, I think. Let's see. Nintendo Switch is fun. Me and my boyfriend play Mario. What were your, like, favorite games? Like, I remember, like, the original Nintendo 64. I used to love that shit. The Divina is too much. What? I hope you mean that in a good way. Like, too fucking much. Let's see. I still have my Furby in its original box. I have tons of Beanie Babies. Oh, yeah, you're about to be rich, bitch. Furby was the shit. Remember Tamagotchis? Those are making a comeback. I saw them at BJ's the other day. I was like, oh, shit. I used to love me some Tamagotchis. Those were, like, my favorite things. Those and, like, pegs. Yes. This conversation quickly went from Sex in the City and Just Like That to nostalgia. Thank you, Kiki. She said it in a good way. It's gorgeous. Oh, Zelda. Yup. Yeah, that Toucana. And it's like, you can't see the duochrome nearly as beautiful, like, as it is in real life. It's so pretty. But if you guys want to see the Kaleidos, because I think the Kaleidos highlighter is going to go so pretty with this, I think I'm going to post a TikTok probably tonight at some point. Tamagotchis were so much fun, right? Furbies, they were also a lot of fun. Like, kids these days will never understand. But yeah, Furbies, oh my god. The one thing that I wanted, I'll tell you about a present that was on my wish list forever and I never got. I'm still mad at my parents. I'm just kidding. I'm not really. But y'all know I'm, like, Disney obsessed, right? The My Size Barbie from Belle. Or the Belle one. I think I asked for that every single year when I was a kid and I never got it. But Dan, like, that'd be a gift if I got it now even. I would still I would, like, set it up in this room or something. Because I wanted the My Size Barbie for so fucking long and I wanted to play dress up with it. Brianna asked, would I ever do a video on my tattoos? Probably not. Just because most of them are, like, very personal to me. Like, as far as, like, it's my family. So, I mean, you guys see them, but it's just, I don't know, just one of those things. Like, I don't think it's that interesting just because, you know, it's either, like, memorabilia for my family or Beauty and the Beast. But, I don't know, like, let me know if you guys would want that video, but I've never thought of it. Let's see. My son's getting a Nintendo tomorrow as a reward for the excellent school report. Yes! I love that. He's about to have a good day tomorrow. Damn. I had a Tamagotchi live for 27 days. Damn. I wish I could remember, like, my longest standing one. I love hearing about people's, like, favorite gifts or favorite toys when they were younger. My boyfriend is awful at picking presents out. Shannon's the same way. I'm like, do you not listen, like, at all? He's more of one of those people that it's just like, yeah, this is cool, let me get that. Or it's like stuff that he would like. I'm like, no. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I pay attention when a lot, like, if I'm just like shopping, like, this is where I basically get my ideas. I always go shopping with my mom, and either she will drop, like, oh, Nicole, which is my sister, I swear she does it on purpose, but she's always like dropping items that people have said that they want. And same with, like, if I see like she's interested in something or something along those lines, like, I try to remember it. Like, I'll usually write it down so I don't forget. So it's almost like she even forgot that she wanted this. That's what I like to do. But like, I remember when I used to shop for Shannon, it's like, he would be like, oh yeah, I really want this. And then he would totally forget about it. And I would get it for him. And he's like, how did you know that I wanted this? That's the shit that I like to do. Not him, though. I literally show him what I want. See, that's where, like, that's why it turned it out to be easier for us. And then it was like, because things that I would get from Shannon, I'd be like, all right, I use it and I appreciate it, obviously. But there's just other things that I would have much rather invested the money in. Like, I guess it just ended up being, like, a waste of money because, obviously, like, we're married, we share funds and shit like that. But it's like, I could have lived without this. I sound like a bitch saying that, but I'm like, listen, that's why we changed what we do, because we're not afraid to be like, and there's been stuff that I've gotten from him. He's just like, yeah, I didn't really need this or want this. You know, I don't know. That's very much how I feel about it at the moment. I'm missing my freaking eyeliner. Where's my Norvina liner? Like, as much as I use this damn eyeliner now, how do I always lose it? And it's like, I even have the organization for it and everything. Where did I put it? I don't fucking know. I'm just going to use this ColourPop one for now, I guess. This is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Amethyst Hour. This one will work. Oh, let's see. I pay attention. I pay attention. He can say he wants something like 5 months ago and I remember it. Yeah. Yup. Yup. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, would you rather do the gifts or would you rather do a vacation? Because I'm all about a vacation. Alright, I don't want to poke myself in the eye, so I'm not going to try to, or I'm going to try not to laugh. Okay, that's not giving me what I wanted, but I'll have to look around for my Norvina liner, because that would have gave me more of a pop that I was looking for. Let's see. Have a fun night. Oh, girl, I will. I fucking will. I'm so excited. Every time we have parties, I'm just like, yup, let's do the damn thing. I'm so, like, I think that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to open a bar. Because, one, I love to entertain people. And I love to, like, I love to entertain, but I also love to be the one that provides the entertainment. Yes! See, Rose knows. The Norvina liners work for you. I have 3 that are getting returned. They are dry, not pigmented, and don't last. I don't have that issue at all. If anything, that's the issue that I always have with ColourPop. They're usually dried out, or they're really good. They're very inconsistent. But the Norvina one, I usually recommend that you basically, like, warm it up on your... I did the same with the ColourPop. Basically, like, warm it up on your hand first, and then apply it after that. Because I feel like it smooths quite a bit better. After pandemic stress and mental health care, I want a vacation. I don't blame you. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here. What's been your guys' like, if you've done all-inclusives, like, what's been your favorite all-inclusive? Because I'm obviously always looking for new places to travel, but all-inclusive is, like, our shit. I love going all-inclusive, so then it's like you don't gotta worry about how much shit costs while you're there. You don't gotta worry about having money except for, like, tips. I think if I had to pick a favorite so far, it's St. Lucia. Just because I thought the people there were so incredibly nice, and it's not like you were getting harassed the entire time. And it was awesome to see like their culture and how different it is. Like to be able to like go off resort and stuff was amazing, but also again not to be like harassed the whole time, like to buy things or I don't know. It was just a very different experience that we've had in comparisons to other places we've traveled to. But yeah, St. Lucia is probably my number one. But we went to Dominican. There was this resort that we went to. And this is if you love like a party. We went to this place called Breathless. And it's all inclusive. But it was much more geared for like adults that just wanted to live their best fucking life. And it wasn't like the most like high end like luxury. Like we've stayed at some that were like way more luxurious, but it was just so much fun. Like I got like probably the drunkest I've ever gotten in my life there. And it was by like 6:00 at night. It was like they had pool parties, they had foam parties. It was just fun. It was really entertaining. But Sandals was where we stayed in St. Lucia and we loved it there. That was our honeymoon. Love all inclusive. Let's see. Taba the Movenpick? What's that? Valentin Imperial? You guys gotta tell me where these are. Oh, let's see. Iberostar Riviera Maya. Okay, I'm gonna have to add these all to my list of places to go because I love getting recommendations, especially when it comes to all-inclusive resorts. Another one we really enjoyed was we went to Playa Mujeres in not in Cancun. It's like right next to Cancun in Mexico. And that place was fantastic as well. They gave you like 4 bottles like at check-in. It was fucking awesome. Hammered. Oh, let's see. I've never been on vacation. On a relaxing vacation. So taking notes, girl, doing all-inclusive. It's the best. Okay, I'm going to do lip off camera because I really don't know what I want to wear, and then I need to go do my hair. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I just wanted to chit-chat with you guys and get ready, but I'm running out of time. So hope you guys like the eye look at least, and the face. Look at that toucana, bitch. So pretty. And then the mats are all Biba. Beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I just like ran all of my words together. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And other than that, I will be back. I don't fucking know when. Not tomorrow. I'm going to be hungover tomorrow. Probably Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to talk about Pat McGrath. Okay? You guys ready for Pat McGrath and Bridgerton? So I hope to see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye!